Friday night in the USL Championship, the penultimate weekend of the regular season in the league. And tonight from Lexington, Kentucky, it's Lexington SC playing host to Sacramento Republic. Playoffs squarely on the mind tonight. The former pro striker Ricky Lopez-Espin, I'm Josh Eastern. Thanks so much for being with us. The standings in the Western Conference, everyone looking up at FC Tulsa at the top. Only 3 teams have clinched a playoff spot. More can do so this weekend. Lexington has an opportunity to do so if they can win and also get some results. So it is. They need a win tonight. They need Colorado Springs to lose against Las Vegas Lights. That game will be tomorrow, and Lexington is looking to clinch their first ever playoff berth, whether it be in USL League One or here in their first season in the USL Championship. It's a Lexington team coming into play tonight, trying to get back on track. They've lost 3 straight coming in.
This Lexington side is struggling in terms of their identity on and off the ball. Off the ball, they're conceding far too many times. Players are not having the ability to win their individual duels. They're not as organized as we've come to expect for Terry Boss, and they're having a really difficult time finding the back of the net. So for Terry Boss, especially here at home, expect this Lexington side to have a foundation defensively, allowing the attacking players to go in search of a result.
For Sacramento Republic, a team coming in, they've lost 3 of their last 4, including a Jägermeister Cup final loss.
For Sacramento Republic and Neil Collins, you're looking for a response. You had an opportunity to play for a trophy. You didn't get it done, and you lost again against a Hartford Athletic side. For Neil Collins, it's all about the attacking fluidity, instilling confidence in his players, letting them express themselves. They need a big performance here on the road.
Sacramento Republic, they know they won't finish in first place in the West this season, but they can clinch a top 2 seed with a win tonight, partnered with a New Mexico United loss against Oakland. That game isn't until Sunday afternoon, so we'll have to wait a little bit to see what happens. But first for Sacramento, it has to start with 3 points tonight. They do have the head-to-head tiebreaker over New Mexico with 2 wins this season. We are getting you set for first kick tonight from Kentucky. This is the second all-time meeting between Lexington and Sacramento. We'll have lineups in first kick coming up next.
Who is Lexington Sporting Club? We are the professional soccer team in the heart of the Bluegrass. From our Youth Academy to the Women's Super League to the Men's USL Championship team, we're building the future. From every corner of Lexington, we are united under one crest. This is your team. This is your community. Together, we are creating our story and leaving our mark. This isn't just any club. It's a club to call your own. Get your tickets today at lexsporting.com/tickets.
Success isn't a game of chance. It's about making the right moves. Just like Lexington Sporting Club, Commonwealth Credit Union aims to win by helping you defend your goals and keeping your money on the attack. As the official credit union of Lexington Sporting Club, we're empowering success on the field and in your finances with smarter banking options and unbeatable service. Are you ready to take the lead? Then get the home field advantage for your finances, only with Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently.
We live with you, build with you, grow up with you, and dream with you. At Central Bank, we belong to the same communities you do. You're our neighbors, friends, and business partners. And through the relationships we build with you every day, we consistently serve you better. That's what highly personal banking is all about. We start with you.
This is where worry turns into relief. Where confusion turns into answers. This is where your family can turn to the experts for the big things and the little things. Extraordinary care is right here. UK Healthcare, the power of advanced medicine.
The USL on CBS is presented by Best Western Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel partner of the United Soccer League. Starting lineup tonight for Lexington SC and head coach Terry Boss, a 4-2-3-1. It's Corey Burke that will lead the line tonight.
Corey Burke needs to have a massive performance at just occupying the two center backs for Sacramento Republic. In doing that, will allow Marcus Medente to be aggressive and provide the width. Rodriguez, he's going to have the mobility to make those runs out of midfield. So that front four for Terry Boss needs to be aggressive, needs to be expansive, and needs to get in a rhythm early.
For Sacramento Republic and head coach Neil Collins, also in a 4-2-3-1, Christian Pirano makes things tick in the middle.
Christian Pirano is just so influential for Neil Collins in Sacramento Republic. The ability to drop deeper and be part of the build-out phase, but also to provide that final ball, that final quality in that final third. 5 goals, 1 assist on the season. He'll be top priority to get him in a rhythm and up the tempo extremely quick.
And that gets us set for first kick here tonight from Lexington. Our referee is Thomas Snyder. It is a very nice evening here in Kentucky, 69 degrees, as we are just moments away from first kick. Terry Boss trying to get this team to the playoffs for the first time ever. Just the 3rd season of existence for this Lexington side. They did not make the playoffs either season they played in USL League One. And here in 2025, as good of a chance as ever to break over that playoff line and try to make some noise in the playoffs this season. If they do finish in that 8th spot, it would be a game against Tulsa, in which they just lost a few weeks ago, 3-0. Will not be easy regardless, but you can't win if you don't play. Got to get into the dance.
Big opportunity for Lexington. You look over the last 5 games, 1 win, 3 losses, 1 draw, especially here at home. First 10 to 15 minutes to get on the ball and take the game away from Sacramento Republic will be influential for Terry Boss.
It's Lexington in black. It is Sacramento in the white or light-colored kits. There is the whistle, and we are underway tonight from Lexington, Kentucky. Lexington SC and Sacramento Republic, just the 2nd all-time meeting between these two clubs. The last meeting coming back in July, a 0-0 draw. Sacramento in that game outshot Lexington 19-8. Lexington went down to 10 men in that game as Daniel Wu picked up a 2nd yellow card in the 37th minute. So maybe things affected by that 2nd yellow. Tonight, it's a clean slate, and both teams looking for victories for their own playoff lives. And already a whistle here. Clash of heads. Sebastian Herrera is down and needing some assistance here.
Bit of an awkward coming together as Herrera's going to be the build out and hold up number 9. It seemed like Nick Firmino's outstretched arm catches him, but good to see him on his own power. It's just so important for Sacramento Republic in the way that they attack with Herrera.
It's the Lexington team trying to get things back on track, desperate to get things back on track. That win by Orange County the other night was absolutely massive to just shake things up right around that playoff line. Colorado Springs just below them as well. But 3 straight losses coming into play tonight. It's their 3rd 3-game losing streak this season in all competitions. Trying desperately to get things going in the right direction. You want to get into the playoffs, but you don't want to be limping into the playoffs, which is what Lexington is doing at the moment.
Trying to catch form is this Lexington side, but the way that they set up as well, specifically on the right-hand side, there's going to be a lot of rotation with Latif Blessing and Medente. Medente might drop a little bit deeper, allowing Latif to be aggressive. Just an energizer bunny type of player for Terry Boss, the ability to cover a lot of ground.
Blessing just his 4th total appearance here in the USL Championship this season for Lexington. A good turn there by Medente. There's Blessing looking to move this ball forward. Good job tracking back to win it back. Here comes Sacramento and Benitez. Blaine Ferry in the middle. He has fit in very nicely to this midfield for Lexington so far this season. Handful of assists to his name. There's Medense trying to move it down the line. Coming infield again, Firmino. Burke trying to lay that off for Latif Blessing. So much MLS experience between those two. This game going at 1,000,000 miles an hour here to start in these opening 3 minutes, and Sacramento can barely get a touch on the ball.
Really good start for Lexington, the ability to be aggressive in terms of their positioning. Notice how aggressive all 10 outfield players are, keeping this game in their attacking half with the ability to repress as well.
Into the sunshine come Lexington. The cross coming in, and the header is in! Corey Burke on the board with a message, and Lexington lead 1-0.
The mentality for Lexington has been the difference through the first 5 minutes of this game. As this ball goes wide, Marcus Epps has far too much time and space to pick up his head. Slows this game down, allowing Corey Burke just to peel off the shoulder of Desmond. And it's a textbook ball, even better header from Corey Burke. Notice how he just peels off the blind side. Close in proximity, you put it on target, you give yourself a chance. A lot of power. What a goal this is for Corey Burke to set the tone for a big 3 points here for Lexington.
It's a Lexington team desperate to get back on the winning track. 3 straight losses coming in, trying to clinch a playoff berth this weekend. And the perfect start from their star striker, Corey Burke, who has now scored in 2 straight games. And of course, because he took off his shirt, he is also into the book. Burke, his 6th goal of 2025.
It's going to be very frustrating to concede that type of goal if you are Neil Collins. It starts with the lack of pressure into Marcus Epps, and then if you are Lee Desmond, you need to be touch tight with your opposing striker. You cannot allow Corey Burke to free himself up towards that back stick. You get punished against a very good Lexington side.
That yellow card to Burke presented by Hicks and Fumpson. Lexington starting very positive tonight. 5 minutes in, getting that early goal. Exactly what Terry Boss would have wanted from his side. He's talked about this season that some of the biggest pain points will give this team some of their biggest lessons. That's no pain point right there as this cross comes in early, all the way to the end line. Medense, deflected cross, comes to the top of the area, nodded down. Moved out wide again. Medense trying to slide this ball forward. Blessings onto it, deflected and into the arms of Vitiello. That was a great pass in from Blessing.
As Medense is a bit deeper, now the whole game is in front of him and he has the quality to bypass lines. But if you are Latif Blessing, you need to be a little bit more aggressive. As this ball comes across, do not think twice and just put your laces through it. As you have that bit of hesitation, that allows Desmond to come across and deny this ball from Latif Blessing.
The keys to the match are presented by Toyota for Lexington. Trying to be compact defensively. Now they can be with that early goal.
A team that has conceded far too many times in the last couple games for Lexington. So for Terry Boss, doing everything as a unit, specifically behind the ball. And for Sacramento Republic, the engine is going to be Willie and Ross. They need to do a good job at dictating tempo, specifically when going down here on the road now.
Sacramento just trying to get some time on the ball. It's been all Lexington coming out of the gate firing. These are basically playoff matches for Lexington as they try to officially qualify for the playoffs. Some might call it a race to the playoffs, Ricky.
Nice.
Sacramento trying to get on the ball and move it forward. It's broken up again in the middle. Hafferty stepping in that time.
Just having a really difficult time getting in any sort of rhythm, this Sacramento Republic side is, especially when playing out of the back. Not enough movement ahead of the ball, and that's why we started to see Lexington gain some confidence and gain momentum.
Tensei moves it forward. A kind deflection here for Blessing. Blessing cutting it in. It was played just behind Corey Burke. You can already see what Latif Blessing is going to bring to this team, just his 4th appearance with the club.
Going to give this Lexington side work, great ground coverage Latif Blessing is, but also the ability to be comfortable in tight areas of the field. Especially with Corey Burke, the movement ahead of the ball will be utmost importance because Latif Blessing has the quality to find that final ball.
Offside flag is up. Lexington fans, visit lexsporting.com to get your latest Lexington SC news, merchandise, and discounted ticket offers. That's lexsporting.com.
Just notice the amount of space in between lines of the defensive set of Sacramento Republic. If you are Terry Boss, the positioning of Nick Firmino and Blaine Ferry can be a little bit more aggressive at supplying your front four with more options.
Firmino showing his patience. Lexington able to keep possession once again. Midense has missed a little bit of time this year with Lexington, was also out on loan with Charlotte Independence, coming off a USL League One Young Player of the Year award a year ago. Ferry moves this ahead. Ferry gets it right back, and the quick return pass. Chance to shoot from distance. Shot was blocked, and now it's Sacramento trying to carry it back the other way. Trying to move that forward, nothing on, and Lexington get it back. Sacramento just trying to adjust to play here away from home, but so far having a tough time doing so.
Need more movement from Herrera in that instance. As Benitez is running full head of steam, you need to peel away from the traffic and create a little bit of separation to open up a passing lane. But in the end, flawless positioning from Joe Hafferty to deny that transitional moment.
There's a little bit of pressure from Sacramento, but Lexington still very comfortable in possession, able to keep the ball.
Good ball.
Trying to break lines, and now it's moved out wide. That's exactly how Lexington gets into the attack. Midense running in. Midense trying to cut it in and keep possession. Deflection works out. There's Firmino. Waiting for the overlap, instead it's moved back. Hafferty deflected cross. And it worked out okay for Joe Hafferty. Firmino sprays it out wide over the head of Jack Gurr. Here's Epps. Such an experienced winger, Marcus Epps, here in the USL Championship, trying to get back to the playoffs again with this Lexington side this time. Epps looking in fields, trying to slide it forward. Now Blessing. Blessing's taken off the ball. Here's Vonner. The 2 goal scorers last week for Sacramento in that 3-2 loss at Hartford. This ball moved ahead. Vonner continuing on. Vonner with the cross, and the deflection puts it out of play. Logan Ketter had to be careful it didn't end up in his own net. It will be a corner kick for Sacramento.
Need to be very careful if you are Lexington at not leaving yourself exposed, going back the other way, because Sacramento has shown they can be expansive, they can be transitional as well. As Vonner gets in behind Joe Hafferty, you need him to take his second touch towards the goal mouth. Then you really put pressure on Ketterer and this Lexington back line. As you try to play it across, you allow this back line to retreat and recover. But good action, turning their defense into offense for Sacramento.
Logan Ketterer back in goal. He received that red card a couple of weeks ago against Tulsa. Missed out in that 2-1 loss against El Paso, but he has just 3 appearances before tonight since May. It was Brooks Thompson that slid in a goal in his absence. Gurr, the in-swinger, right on top of Ketterer, who is able to punch this one away as far as Willie. Willie moves it down the line. A chance to get the cross away. The header floating towards goal. It's onto the roof of the net. Decent effort there, and it was deflected. It'll be out for another corner.
It's a good ball in from Willie as Nick Ross just slows his run up just a little bit, allowing this back line for Lexington to retreat. So he plays in between two defenders, and as this ball does come off of Kendall Burke, it's a good pick out from Thomas Schneider. Another corner kick for Sac.
An in-swinger from the far side. Towards the near post and headed clear to the top of the area. Still a chance to shoot, and this one's lifted out of play. Not a terrible effort by Benitez.
Great first touch by Benitez. Notice how he continues with his momentum on his preferred left foot. Unable to get it on target, but he's been active from his left back position.
Neil Collins barking out instructions. First season with Sacramento and back in the USL Championship. Did a great job leading this team to the Jägermeister Cup final. A couple of penalty kick shootouts en route to that final, and now trying to carry this team with momentum into the playoffs, but losses in 3 of their last 4 in all competitions. Tonight, a great opportunity to get things back on track, and this weekend, a chance to clinch that #2 seed. His cross lifted in. It's too close to Danny Vitiello. Cheers to local beer. West 6 Brewing is proud to be the official craft beer of Lexington Sporting Club. Find their locally crafted beers all around the state of Kentucky, from the flagship West 6 IPA to Sixer Light Lager. There's something for everyone. Head to west6.com to visit one of their dynamic tap rooms and learn more about Stadium Ale, the official craft beer of Lexington SC. Lexington settling into possession once again. Terry Boss this season has talked about turning territory into points. Well, they've had a lot of the ball, they've had a lot of the opportunities, and they do have that early goal to show for it, so checking some boxes so far.
Next step in the progression for Lexington is going to be how can you play with the lead and win those really important moments in terms of your box defending. And if you do have an opportunity to turn 1 goal into 2, you need to be ruthless, and that is how you put games away and try to solidify your place into the 2025 playoffs.
Remember, Lexington, they get into the playoffs for the first time ever with a win here tonight and a Colorado Springs loss against Las Vegas. That game coming up tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And the break lines again with the passing. Blessing turns it back. Now lifting it over the top, a little up, back, and through. Flicked into the middle. Good, solid defending there at the back. Desmond and Kleeman there defensively. Another switch of play. Vidense has been busy up and down this right flank so far for Lexington. Him and Blessing have nice little rapport so far, even just a few games played together.
But just notice the positioning of Latif Blessing. He's coming centrally, almost playing as a second striker next to Corey Burke, allowing Alfredo Medense to push up on that top line. So now you have an overload, especially in wide areas of the field, but also more numbers centrally. It's been a good tactical wrinkle that we've seen from Terry Boss.
During Blessing's MLS career, biggest word that came to mind was versatile. He could play it in the middle, he could play outside. He can do it all for this Lexington team as they are on the move again. This moved up ahead. Epps looking infield, driving it across, comes right to the middle of the box. It just wasn't possessed cleanly enough. Big opportunity there for Lexington, and they still are able to keep the ball. Back into the middle. And Hafferty will have to retreat. Medense. Here's Blessing. Pestered there by Desmond. A good step there by the center back. And it's moved out of play. Back to just a moment ago.
Really good action for Lexington. Starts with Blaine Ferry being very tough in his 1v1 duels, but if you are Marcus Epps, notice the right side, the right bottom of your screen. You need to play this ball right now. If you bend it around this back line for Sacramento Republic, it's 2-0 because Latif Blessing has a step on his individual marker. Latif Blessing has been very active for Lexington from his right midfield position.
It's a Commonwealth Credit Union corner kick on the way. Blaine Ferry plays it short. Ferry trying to get the return ball. Midense moves it back to the end line. Midense dancing on the ball. It's another corner kick on the way for Lexington, a Commonwealth Credit Union corner kick.
Impressive from Midense how comfortable he is on the ball. Left footer playing the right-hand side of the field, so always wants to come centrally. He's had himself a really good start to this match.
He went short last time. Ferry delivers, near post, nearly found its way in, saved off the line, and Lexington will do it again.
Good ball in terms of the location from Blaine Ferry with a lot of pace, and as Corey Burke makes this run across that face of goal, Danny Vidiello, confused, gets caught in no man's land, nearly an Olympic goal for Blaine Ferry.
He'll get another opportunity right here. But first, Thomas Snyder will step in.
Just uncharacteristic like for Sacramento Republic to start this game. Not cleaning the ball, not up to tempo. Danny Vidiello having a difficult time commanding his 6-yard box.
Second least goals conceded in the USL Championship coming into play tonight, which is 24, less than a goal conceded per game. Another in-swinger from Ferry. It's punched away by Vitiello. And right now, Sacramento are really up against it. They can't even get back on the ball here. Lifted forward again, it's Burke. It was just a bit behind him. The header is onto the roof of the net, but how about this Lexington attack really starting strong at home tonight?
Just the positioning of Corey Burke in between Desmond and Kleeman. And when you have a player like Nick Firmino that can put a ball on a dime, there was a little bit of contact from Kleeman through the back of Corey Burke, but not enough in it. Just overruns and mistimes his jump, Corey Burke, but he's been really good in terms of occupying both center backs.
Dense moves it back in field. Maybe a chance to hit from distance, and it's lifted up and over the bar and out of play. Lexington really feeling it now.
Good strike from Nick Firmino, but again, Nick Ross and Willie need to do a better job at just closing down that space. It's far too easy for Lexington.
Danny Vitiello, this is smart and heads up by the veteran goalkeeper. Just holding the ball for a moment, telling everybody to settle things down. Sacramento, they're where they're at in the standings for a reason. Currently holding second place, but not necessarily playing like it at the moment. Battle for this ball. Epps trying to come away with it. Ferry trying to progress and does. Ferry trying to slide it back into the middle. It's broken up. The story of Blaine Ferry this season is pretty cool. Didn't have a club, played for Foro SC in the US Open Cup, eventually making his way here to Lexington. Even for an experienced pro like Ferry, the Open Cup can still help you find a club when you don't have one at the start of the season.
I had the ability to talk with Terry Boss about Blaine Ferry a couple weeks back and just how highly he spoke about the midfielder, the ability to do a little bit of everything. You just saw him clogging passing lanes, tough in his individual duels, and when he has the ball at his feet, he can not only pass through pressure, can dribble through pressure as well. He's found himself a nice home here in Lexington, Blaine Ferry has.
Lifted over the top. This one touched out of play. Blaine Ferry, former teammate of yours, Fort Lauderdale CF, USL League One 2020.
Probably had a couple of assists in my goals, Blaine Ferry.
Did he assist your midfield goal? I'm going to go back and check on that one.
Stop it, Josh. Don't make me blush.
It's another corner kick on the way here for Sacramento. And it's Jamison who will take it once again. Played for Wraith Rovers, which was the side that was coached by Neil Collins just a handful of months ago before his move to Sacramento. In-swinger here, right on top of Ketterer, who's able to punch this away. Willie trying to move it back out wide. Ends up working out. Here's Parado, who's barely gotten on the ball so far tonight. Floated forward. The header down. It's right in front. That small deflection on it puts it out of play. It'll be another opportunity. Or maybe no deflection on it. Just straight out. Nothing doing.
It does seem like Thomas Schneider gets this one wrong because Herrera does make this ball, and Kendall Burks does make contact with that. Lowers his head and denies Kleeman a wide open avenue to the goal. If he does not redirect this ball, it's an opportunity to go 1v1 with Ketterer. Good header from Herrera just to set up his teammate making that secondary run.
To make sure I wasn't seeing something wrong there, but it did appear there was a deflection, and Sacramento maybe should have another corner kick here. Ketterer gets it back rolling again past the midway point of this first half. It's Corey Burke's early goal and has gotten Lexington out in front. They have dominated almost every aspect of this game so far, including the possession game, almost 3/4 of the ball in this game so far. Bergs for Firmino. Lexington working it around again. A lot of chasing having been done in this game so far by Sacramento.
Just notice how deep Nick Firmino and Blaine Ferry are sitting centrally. What they're doing, good move here from Marcus Epps.
Trying to turn the corner, Epps. Coming to the end line, Epps will let this run out of play. It'll be another corner kick for Lexington. These corner kicks really starting to mount in the early going.
You get too tight to Marcus Epps, he does have the space and the pace to run by you. But as Kleeman comes across, he needs to be tougher in this challenge. It's 2v1. Sacramento Republic needs to win that ball. In the end, results in another corner kick in favor of Lexington.
A Commonwealth Credit Union corner kick on the way. Still Ferry standing over this, electing the outswinger this time. Ferry delivers. Herrera with the header away, top of the area. Quick hesitation, now the shot by Firmino, and it's blocked. Midense has been great on those 1v1s so far tonight, but this time turns it back, and Lexington will keep the ball. Moving it ahead. Burke trying to hold play up.
Stop
it
that.
ends up working out anyway. Moved out wide for Epps. Chance to put this into the middle. Firmino moves it ahead for Blessing. Blessing. Long sequence of possession here. The back heel down the line. Jamison there to cut it out and clear it, but there's nobody high up the field to get on the ball for Sacramento at the moment.
Relentless for Lexington in terms of their press and repress. All 10 outfield players in their attacking half right now trying to squeeze this game and get their second goal.
Here's Green. Again, Sacramento just continuing to chase. Can't get a touch on the ball. Ferry trying to move this ball forward. Broken up there by Kleeman, and now Sacramento can just try to hold on to some possession here.
Just no options. No options to play to. And if you do, moments like this, again, Nick Firmino back pressing. They've winning that midfield battle for Lexington, and they've had all control of this game.
Fans, visit lexsporting.com to shop at the Lexington SC Team Store, your one-stop destination for all the latest LSC gear and official merchandise. Purchase kits, scarves, hats, and more to show off your club pride. That's lexsporting.com.
And just notice, again, the spacing between Blaine Ferry and Nick Firmino, how deep they're sitting and doing that. They're baiting out Nick Ross, Willie, and Pirano to step higher, which leaves that massive gap in between that midfield line and back line of Sacramento Republic. And that is exactly where we're seeing Rodriguez and Corey Burke win the initial ball and allowing secondary movements. And that has been a good tactical battle and advantage for Terry Boss.
This works out here for Sacramento. Jamison cutting it in with the curling effort. It's well wide. That came off winning a second ball and getting forward quickly. Maybe not how they necessarily want to play, but they're adapting.
It's the first time that we've seen Pirano in a more advanced position. Jamison doing a good job at setting up Green. As he comes century, he's just trying to wrap his left foot around it and trying to get enough bend. His balance is off, and that's why he almost swipes at this ball and goes out for a goal kick.
Ketter to send this away once again. Second ball couldn't be picked up there by Brodilio Rodriguez. Pirano moving this forward. Herrera just doing everything he can to put it back in a central area, and it's Ketter again to come and claim it. Logan Ketter, very experienced goalkeeper in this league. Go back to 2019 and 20 with El Paso under Mark Lowry, reaching 2 straight Western Conference Finals. Not able to get over the hump, but now in this new venture here with Lexington and their first year in the championship, Ketter trying to get this team to the playoffs. They're in a spot to do so right now. This lifted over the top. It'll go out of play, and a goal kick back to Lexington. The connection just hasn't been there for Sacramento in the final third.
But it's better in back-to-back actions as Christian Pirano's getting a little bit more involved. Only 12 touches through the first 30 minutes of this game. He's your number 10. He is your creative playmaker. You need him to be more influential if you want to find success going forward. Again, massive space in between the lines.
The referee will bring this back. There was a foul. It'll be a free kick going back the other way. Corey Burke was the one that was initially fouled. There's another Lexington player down at the moment as well.
It's a tough challenge from Lee Desmond as he comes through the back of Corey Burke, and as this ball pops out, there's argument from Nick Firmino that the studs are exposed from Nick Ross. 2 players going for it. Not a much in that whatsoever, as Nick Ross does actually peel back his legs at the last second. Just awkward for Nick Firmino, who moments ago had a fantastic little nutmeg, Josh.
He did.
Looks like you playing small-sided sometimes.
Play with some of the crew around here, and oh yeah, it's fun. Blaine Ferry surveying again. Sometimes dropping deep and looking like another center back at times. Here's Green. Good move by Medense to bring it in field. Chance to go from distance. Instead, it's moved ahead again. Medense just couldn't hold on to it. Blessing couldn't either. Ferry closing down that space and winning the ball back. Brilliantly done by Blaine Ferry. Ferry who looks forward again here for this Lexington side. Turning it right through the middle. Hafferty was tripped up. Free kick on the way for Lexington SC.
And just late to every challenge the Sacramento Republic side. At some point, Willie and Ross need to step up and be a bit more aggressive. As Vana comes in, clips the heels of Joe Hafferty. And again, a really good call from Thomas Schneider.
Here's Medense looking to serve this into the middle. It runs all the way through for Vitiello, who scoops it up for Sacramento.
Another similar ball in from Medense, trying to bend this ball around this back line of Sac. Good reading of the play from Vitiello to come off of his line and secure it.
Still about 11 minutes to go until the break, and feels like unless Sacramento can turn this around, it might be a spirited team talk from Neil Collins. We've already seen him pretty animated in the technical area.
Just not happy. Neil Collins, especially with the standard put forth. Second to every 50-50 duel, losing their individual battles, not having the ability to create their identity and play the way that we've come to expect from Sacramento Republic, who are fighting to lock down that second spot in the Western Conference. Bit of a skill check there from Medense.
And here's Medense again. Remember, Sacramento clinched that second spot. A win tonight, partnered with a New Mexico loss against Oakland on Sunday. You'll be on that game too? You gonna say yes or no? I asked you a question.
Was it a question? Or was it a statement?
Medense lifting it in. And this one taken by Vitiello. Here's Pirano trying to move this ball forward. Another former Young Player of the Year in this league. Burke for Blessing. Trying to cut this infield. Epps driving forward. Epps going over. It's a free kick on the way. Again, it's Kleeman getting caught, and Epps earns Lexington another set piece.
Jack Gurr's having a very difficult time dealing with Marcus Epps. Notice how he takes this negative touch and just baits Gurr to step up, and that's when he turns the corner. Just so quick Marcus Epps is. Again, the late step from Kleeman. He does make contact with the ball. Very soft here from Thomas Schneider, but a really good turn and change of pace from Marcus Epps to again put pressure on Sacramento Republic.
Again, it's Danny Vitiello organizing this back line. It's not necessarily a Sacramento team that has a ton of possession, right around 50% per game, but it's not like what we're seeing today, right around 30%. They just have not gotten on the ball. Four-man wall. Blaine Ferry will go for it, and a sprawling stop by Vitiello.
Good effort from Blaine Ferry. How he attacks this ball, keeps his shoulders over his hips squared, allowing him to generate power and trying to bend it towards that far post. But again, Vitiello sees it the whole way. Experienced goalkeeping.
Here's Gurr trying to play over the top, but coming together between a couple of players there. Herrera and Burks, but nothing called. Introducing the LSC One membership, your season ticket to every LSC men's and women's home match in 2026, all in one package, starting at only $21 per month. Become a member today at lexsporting.com/memberships and unlock free tickets to every remaining 2025 home match. Vonner cuts this one back, and Herrera just didn't run on to the end of it. Decent opportunity there for Sacramento, didn't quite come to be.
Need more out of Herrera, especially with how good of a ball this is from Vonner to cut this ball back. Talk about having that ruthless mentality, that want to get to want to get on the end of service. 4 goals, 4 assists from Herrera, but that could have easily tied this game 1-1.
Chances from Sacramento in this game have mostly been on corner kicks. They have 3 of those in this game so far. Just 4 shots, but none of them on target. Here's a spell of possession for Sacramento. Gonna build into this game. Benitez. Vonner driving forward. Really lays it off again. Benitez. Here's Nick Ross. Ross, a former teammate of Logan Ketter in El Paso previously. Here's Pirano. And Willie. Vonner forced to retreat again. Good defensive pressure here by Lexington. Not giving Sacramento anything coming into the attacking third. Ross sliding it forward. Second ball picked up. Pirano lays it off for Willie. So many black shirts clogging up those passing lanes, making it difficult for Sacramento.
Just notice how tight the lines are defensively for Lexington. No real estate to play in between the lines. It's been a good defensive set over the last couple minutes here for Terry Boss.
That was your key for Lexington, and looking pretty good so far through 40 minutes. Vonner goes to ground, regains his footing, but taken off the ball, and he's asking for a whistle that won't come.
Initially, it does look like Joe Hafferty's a bit too aggressive at stepping off of his line, and you feel for Vonner. Thomas Schneider elected to play advantage when there is none. You have to pull this back.
The USL on CBS Sports Network closes out October with a championship Western Conference showdown. Play outbound New Mexico United take on Oakland Roots Sunday, October 19th, 5 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports Network. Gonna play into the corner. Epps tracking back defensively. A throw in on the way. Sacramento, if they can win tonight, they'll have eyes on that New Mexico game on Sunday. As a loss in that game, partnered with a Sacramento win, Sacramento would take home that 2 spot in the West. Here's the cross. Jack Kerr puts it in front. The header's over the bar. Probably the best chance of the night for Sebastian Herrera and Sacramento to get on the board.
What a fantastic ball in this is for Jack Kerr. On a platter for Herrera. And again, this comes down to timing or lack thereof for the striker of Sacramento Republic. Mistimes his jump, and notice how when he approaches and meets the ball, he's already falling down. Difficult to generate enough power to beat Ketterer from about 7 yards out, but what a tremendous ball in that is from Gurr.
24 assists in the last 3 seasons for Jack Gurr in all competitions. Probably should have had the 25th right there.
As an attacking player, it is so much easier to go and attack the ball. So you want to start your run as wide as you possibly can and meet the ball in front of you. Just a bit slow to recognize the space on the back stick. And when he is on his way down, that's when he meets the ball. Difficult for Sebastian Herrera to get it on target there.
Another whistle here. This one goes against Lexington. A free kick to Sacramento right in the middle. Play down the line. Get ready for all the exciting postseason action as the USL playoffs presented by Terminix kick off in November. The top teams will battle it out for the ultimate prize. Go to USLChampionship.com for all of the latest playoff information. That is Corey Burke, who is shaken up here. Good matchup brewing in this game. 2 very experienced USL Championship players, Jack Gurr, Marcus Epps. They've been going at it even when the sun was shining earlier.
Marcus Epps has gone the better of Jack Gurr. Notice the lack of pressure on the ball. If you give Marcus Epps that time and space, he's going to pick you apart. Now Jack Gurr gets too tight. Marcus Epps spins him like a top. Marcus Epps is just so good 1v1, has the pace, has the 1v1 ability, the final product. He's been a fantastic addition to Lexington and a big part of what they do going forward. 4 goals, 3 assists on the season, quickly becoming a complete striker and attacking player in championship.
A Sacramento team that has slowly built into this game, but halftime coming here in just a few moments. We enter 3 minutes of stoppage time to close out this first half, as see if Corey Burke is okay to continue on. Goal scored tonight in the opening 5 minutes.
3 minutes of added time in the first half.
Burke slowly walking off. Another option, Forster Jago on the bench for this Lexington side. He's scored 6 goals this year. Coming through the middle. Firmino looking ahead for Blessing. Latif Blessing didn't have Medense there on the overlap and forced to turn it back. A Lexington player playing a man short at the moment with Burke off the field. Big switch of play, and Gurr is there to head this out for a throw-in. Working through the middle again, Rodriguez. Able to face forward and connect with Epps. Epps, cross blocked. That ball spinning and it will stay in play for Ferry. Medense able to hold up Benitez momentarily and then earns the foul.
First touch lets him down, but recovers extremely well from Medense. And just his ability to feel where the pressure's oncoming. As Benitez, a bit overzealous, puts his body in and draws that foul. It's been a good first half for Midense and his right back position.
Gonna play up ahead. Green on the overlap. It was Freddie Kleeman sliding over to get this away. Lexington trying to close this half strong. They scored early in the half and looking for a late one as well. Switch of play. Midense towards the top of the area. Firmino moves it back out wide. Midense coming in. Midense saved! A solid strike there by Alfredo Midense, and he'll go again. This time looking across, the heads go up. It was just too tall. Taken by Vitiello. Lexington finishing the half strong. Long ball over the top. This one bounces a couple of times. There's a chance, and it's put over the bar. Sebastian Herrera nearly stealing a goal late for Sac Republic. And that is the end of the half. What an opportunity there for Sacramento Republic. Could have wiped the slate clean after 45 minutes.
Just so unfortunate for Sacramento Republic, who struggled to get in a rhythm. And that first 45 minutes, it was all Lexington. They were the better side. They were creating the more threatening opportunities. So if you are Terry Balls, you have to be pleased with the performance. But now you need to put that second goal into the back of the net earlier rather than later at putting this game to bed.
We have reached the break here from Lexington, Kentucky. Lexington, 3 points will go a long way in booking a spot in the playoffs for the first time. Sacramento trying to book a spot in the top two. Halftime from Lexington on the way. Lexington 1, Sacramento 0.
Lexington is the Kentuckiest place in the world. Just look at it. It's by far the bluegrassiest, the bourbonist. See? The artsiest, and hands down, the horsiest. Oh, look, that one has a baby. I don't know why you would look anywhere else. Looking for the coolest, most Kentuckiest getaway? Look at Lexington.
Who is Lexington Sporting Club? We are the professional soccer team in the heart of the bluegrass. From our Youth Academy to the Women's Super League to the Men's USL Championship team, we're building the future. From every corner of Lexington, we are united under one crest. This is your team. This is your community. Together, we are creating our story and leaving our mark. This isn't just any club. It's a club to call your own. Get your tickets today at lexsporting.com/tickets.
We live with you, build with you, grow up with you, and dream with you. At Central Bank, we belong to the same communities you do. You're our neighbors, friends, and business partners. And through the relationships we build with you every day, we consistently serve you better. That's what highly personal banking is all about. We start with you.
This is where worry turns into relief. Where confusion turns into answers. This is where your family can turn to the experts for the big things and the little things. Extraordinary care is right here. UK Healthcare, the power of advanced medicine.
Halftime tonight from Lexington, Kentucky. The only game up on this Friday night in the USL Championship. Lexington and Sacramento. Best Western Hotels and Resorts is teamed up with USL to find the league's hometown heroes. These are folks who go above and beyond, work for their clubs, and help make a big difference in their respective communities. Clubs across the U.S. were invited to nominate their hometown hero, and the 5 finalists will be honored individually by USL. This video highlights finalist Sacramento Republic FC goalkeeper Jared Mazzola.
Deep down, Jared Mazzola is a big kid. Mazzola has the gift of making a tough challenge the place to be.
Maybe I don't have any answers to what's going to happen, but just the knowingness that I'm extending my hand and I'm here for you and I've been in your shoes and I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like waking up and seeing your mom sick.
He met a boy named Alex. Their mission, design 2 pairs of custom cleats. Their auction will help fund cancer research through the St. Baldrick's Foundation in California. In the USL, shovels in the ground mean as much as scoring goals. And Sacramento Republic is on its way to transforming the city's rail yard district into a soccer palace. The same is happening in the Motor City, with Detroit City's new home clearing way for stadium construction. Miami FC has unveiled its future home in South Florida, while the Pittsburgh Riverhounds prepare for their stadium expansion, preserving one of the best views in all of sports. The growth is felt as well in League One, with expansion on the way for 2026. The scene changes daily at the site of Fort Wayne's new home, from clearing the area in early June to the sweet sight of concrete and steel in mid-September. All watched closely by Fort Wayne's Director of Communication, Justin Cohn. Thousands of people literally drive past this thing every day. So how cool is it for everyone to get a chance to see this thing every single day get closer?
Yeah, it's really cool. It's ideally located for people going to and from work, or they're driving down to Indianapolis, and you're seeing it in really at a rapid pace come up. So you're really seeing a lot of the facade of what will be the stands start to come up. I look at the renderings. First thing I notice is this gigantic video board. So give me some of the neat things about that, because this might be the best thing in League One for sure. Yeah, I mean, the scoreboard is something I'm really excited about. It'll be the second longest scoreboard in the entire state. So that means it eclipses an NFL stadium. You're going to have a lot of options at Fort Wayne FC Park in terms of watching the matches. There's a lot of possibilities that you can do with the scoreboard. Fellow League One expansion club Boise is seeing its vision take shape as construction at the park at Expo, Idaho is full speed. And longtime League One club Greenville Triumph has kicked off construction at Bridgeway Station.
Today we went to the beach and it was totally worth it. Get double points this fall at Best Western.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. 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 What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kind of everything. Get double points this fall at Best Western.
Leans back, hits one further! What a hit! Here's Wilson! He stays out, and the Roots have a lead!
Who is Lexington Sporting Club? We are the professional soccer team in the heart of the Bluegrass. From our Youth Academy to the Women's Super League to the Men's USL Championship team, we're building the future. From every corner of Lexington, we are united under one crest. This is your team. This is your community. Together, we are creating our story, leaving our mark. This isn't just any club. It's a club to call your own. Get your tickets today at lexsporting.com/tickets.
Back here in Lexington, working on the halftime face paint. Lexington's up 1-0. They are looking to book a spot in the playoffs this weekend. Can't quite do it tonight, but a big opportunity ahead for this Lexington side if they hold on to this 1-0 lead. News and notes are presented by Best Western. Louisville have just been running away at the top of the USL Championship all year long.
What about FC Tulsa? Surprise of 2025 to lock up that #1 seed in the Western Conference. So the Western Conference will go through Tulsa, Charleston Battery, Ruby and Rubin. He's been fantastic for Ben Bierman, and he competed for Guatemala in the 2026 World Cup qualifying.
Guatemala have an uphill battle still to qualify for the World Cup, but a big opportunity ahead of Guatemala in the November window. The upcoming schedule presented by Best Western. Your Saturday in the USL starts at 4 Eastern. A couple of potential playoff teams, North Carolina and Rhode Island, going at it.
Teams that are needing in points and needing in points extremely quick. You're looking at Indy 11. They'll play against Loudoun United. Tampa Bay Rowdies are struggling. Hartford Athletic has been fantastic in the second half of the season. Detroit City going to Charleston Battery, and Charleston Battery just dismantled the Switchbacks, who will be hosting the Las Vegas Lights.
A couple of games late night on Saturday, and then a couple on Sunday as well, including that one on CBS Sports Network.
Monterey Bay will host the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and New Mexico. If this result continues on, big opportunity for them to lock that #2 seed.
Halftime tonight from Lexington. Big second half awaits us here. Lexington trying to get a little bit closer to a playoff spot. Sacramento trying to get closer to that #2 seed. We'll have the second half on the way next.
We live with you, build with you, grow up with you, and dream with you. At Central Bank, we belong to the same communities you do. You're our neighbors, friends, and business partners. And through the relationships we build with you every day, we consistently serve you better. That's what highly personal banking is all about. We start with you.
Success isn't a game of chance. It's about making the right moves. Just like Lexington Sporting Club, Commonwealth Credit Union aims to win by helping you defend your goals and keeping your money on the attack. As the official credit union of Lexington Sporting Club, we're empowering success on the field and in your finances with smarter banking options and unbeatable service. Are you ready to take the lead? Then get the home field advantage for your finances, only with Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently.
This is where worry turns into relief. Where confusion turns into answers. This is where your family can turn to the experts for the big things and the little things. Extraordinary care is right here. UK Healthcare, the power of advanced medicine.
Who is Lexington Sporting Club? We are the professional soccer team in the heart of the Bluegrass. From our Youth Academy to the Women's Super League to the Men's USL Championship team, we're building the future. From every corner of Lexington, we are united under one crest. This is your team. This is your community. Together, we are creating our story, leaving our mark. This isn't just any club. It's a club to call your own. Get your tickets today at lexsporting.com/tickets.
The USL on CBS is presented by Best Western Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel partner of the United Soccer League. Highlights from the first 45 minutes of action, Lexington and Sacramento. It did not take long for Lexington
And that's when he meets the ball, unable to generate enough power and gets underneath it.
The halftime stats, Lexington dominant in possession. Sacramento, they start to build into the game, but still no shots on target.
The good signs for Neil Collins is it wasn't your best half of football by no stretch of the imagination, but yet you're only down 1 goal. So one moment, one produce of magic from an individual player that can come on this field can tie this game. And for Terry Boss, you want to continue with the momentum to try to get that second goal earlier rather than later.
The headwear tonight here at Lexington SC Stadium, absolutely fantastic. We saw a kid wearing a taco hat pregame. We got the horse hat here in the Bluegrass State. They like their horse racing around here. We are ready to go for the second half with Ricky Lopez-Espin. I'm Josh Easter. There's the taco hat. You got one of those at home, right, Ricky?
Of course, Taco Tuesday. I have that every day on the top of my head.
Here we go, 45 more minutes and a big 45 minutes on the way here from Lexington. There is the whistle, and we are underway from Lexington. 45 more minutes between Lexington and Sacramento. A change in the middle for Sacramento as well, and a lot of experience coming into this game. Rodrigo Lopez and Justin Portillo entering for Blake Willie and Nick Ross. We talked about middle of the park just not being quite good enough for this Sacramento team, and Neil Collins saw the same thing.
The preferred pairing for Neil Collins in Portillo and Roro Lopez. You don't only get experience, you get real quality as well. Portillo, his passing range, he's going to be a bit deeper, sit right in front of that back four, allowing Roro Lopez to be box-to-box, which is the heart and the engine of this Sacramento Republic club.
Chance for a long throw here from Kendall Burks. Gets it into the box. The header steered away. Chance from distance. The shot was scuffed there by Midense. Midense trying to recover, nothing on. Lopez moves it ahead. Now it's Sacramento taking some time on the ball here early on in this second half. The pressure, though, high up the fields. Touched out of play. It'll be a throw-in coming for Sacramento. Lexington coming into play today, 3 straight losses. Sacramento, 3 losses in their last 4. Sacramento knows they'll be in the playoffs. Lexington hasn't clinched anything yet. Both teams trying to get things going in the right direction. All the way to the far side. There's Desmond to clean it up for Sacramento, trying to move this ball forward. And the flag is up for offside. A free kick going back to Sacramento. To be a fly on the wall in that halftime team talk from Neil Collins. Saw how spirited he was in the first half, marking out instructions. I think this team will be ready to go in the second half.
You and I have the ability to cover USL Championship for numerous of years now. Getting to know Neil Collins in terms of our conversation, just such a passionate individual, cares so much about his team and how they approach games in terms of their identity. Was a fantastic center back in his playing days, so intensity was never a question. So whatever he says needs to strike a chord for the Sacramento Republic side, because they need a little bit of a response here in this second 45 minutes.
Will be a set piece taken here. Playing Ferry had a chance to put it in quick. Instead, he'll let a couple of his teammates move forward into the box. Ferry delivers, top of the area, and headed clear. Chance for Jack Gurr to get onto this. And Gurr keeps motoring down the near side. Gurr looking to serve this ball in. Slight deflection as it came through for Jamison. He moves it ahead for Vonner! And the shot is just wide. quick transition there from Sacramento, nearly but not quite.
Sac Republic have really showed their transitional capabilities. Good idea from Jack Burrow, a bit behind. Blaine Ferry does not deal with it well enough. But I love this first time strike here from Vonner. Not allowing Ketterer to get set. And the quick release, and he hits it well, nearly sneaking into this far post. But good transitional moment for the Republic.
Hometown fans, why go far when the best day is right here at home? Embassy Suites Lexington Green is your go-to spot for a weekend staycation, a night out, hosting meetings and events, or out-of-town friends. Local, loyal, and always game day ready. It's Sebastian Herrera who has to come off the field here momentarily. Trainers come on, forced to come off for at least a moment. Another foul in the middle. Well, if anything, Sacramento bringing a little bit of intensity to start this second half.
Showing a bit more fight, a bit more personality. This Sacramento Republic side just showing that they're there, and it's not going to be as easy as it was in that first half for Lexington.
Lopez moves this forward. Pirano trying to nod it back. Lopez for Lewis Jamison. Lopez shifting onto his right foot now. Gets the cross away. Headed clear. Chance taken. Big save. Ketterer keeps it out. Lopez goes again. Deflected out of play. The first shot on target tonight from Sacramento.
Starts with Roro Lopez, the leader, but notice the body position as Benitez runs onto this. Hits directly through this ball, forcing a great save from Ketterer.
And the ensuing shot into the supporters' end here at Lexington SC Stadium. Might we be looking back at that moment if Lexington can see this out to the finish line?
How many times have we seen players in that same position as Benitez and just try to elect to go for power? Let momentum do its thing. Keep your shoulder squared, your hips squared, facing the goal, and just directly hit straight through the ball and get clean contact. Great full extension save from Logan Ketterer in the end.
It's been such an up and down year for Ketterer, in and out of the lineup. He's only made 3 appearances since May. His last appearance only lasted 37 minutes. Picked up that red card against Tulsa. But so much experience in between the sticks there for Ketterer. Making a huge stop there. Lexington Sporting Club is thrilled to offer Lil Kickers, a nationally acclaimed youth soccer program built for children ages 18 months to 9 years. Sessions are now live. Sign up at lexsporting.com/youth. Play over the top again. Second ball picked up by Jamison. Moves centrally. Lopez right back into the path of Jamison, but it was just behind him. It's a big opportunity. Roro Lopez has really brought something now for Sacramento. He's on it again, looking centrally. Jamison couldn't get a shot away. Blaine Ferry goes over, and he earns the whistle. There's a real intensity from both sides to start this second half.
Roro Lopez has changed the complexion of this game, not only with this quality, but the effort and the intensity and the tempo to continue to put pressure on. Good ball here.
Back the other way, Vitiello is there to come and claim it. Here comes Lexington. Rodriguez shifting, looking in field, and now the switch of play. Dense has come forward. Firmino. Rodriguez lifts it out wide again, and Lexington can get into their shape. Sacramento sitting in defensively again. Turning it down the line and continuing on. Looking in fields. Weaving through, Midense trying to lay this off for Ferry. Blaine Ferry goes low and shot is blocked. Another chance to deliver and another clearance. Player down at the moment for Lexington is Alfredo Midense. This ball will harmlessly trickle out of play. Lexington trying to get back into that attacking shape. Right now, a player down, and it's been one of their more influential players, and Alfredo Midense.
Midense has given Lexington something different from that defending role. How many times have we seen him be comfortable in 1v1 situations, continuing to put pressure on the opposing outside backs, allowing Latif Blessing ahead of him to come centrally. Tough challenge, rides it out. But this is the next step in the progression for Midense. You need to be quicker in terms of your decision making. When you do get to that final third, you need to release the ball.
Substitution coming here for Lexington, and probably not one that Terry Boss wanted to make, but it is going to be the end of the day for Alfredo Midense. And entering the game is Xavier Zenge. We were talking at halftime, Midense has been one of the best players on the field tonight for Lexington.
Favoring that left half area, it seems like. Not what you want if you are Terry Boss. Fantastic performance through 55 minutes for Alfredo Midense as Zenga comes in now.
Midense, former USL League One second team player last year. Also was the USL League One Young Player of the Year, but now it's Zenge who comes on his first season in the USL Championship after a couple of years with Columbus Crew 2 in MLS Next Pro. Desmond slaloming forward and finding Gurr. Jamison. Portillo keeps it moving. Here's Desmond stepping forward again.
Just a different sense of security and a confidence to this Sacramento Republic side. Something that was lacking in that first half. And more of a structure. Now you have Pirano and Roro Lopez almost playing as dual 10s underneath Sebastian Herrera, with Portillo pulling the strings from his deep lying position.
Finding that position out wide now. Moving it down the line. Benitez has come forward. The cross was a bit off balance. Clearance away as far as Lopez. We haven't seen Sacramento in this sort of posture much tonight, as Lopez floats it forward. Header by Herrera, down for Pirano. Good way to get the ball forward. Gurr scored the goal of the week last week in the USL Championship against Hartford, as he sends the cross away. Ketterer just getting something on it. The goal is open, but it was deflected on the way through. Big chance for Sacramento. Ketterer comes up big again.
Good ball in from Jacker. Notice the height and the location, forcing Ketterer to come off of his line. Even better positioning from Vonner at that second stick. Ketterer has had himself a really good game. Denies the initial ball in, quickly up on his own feet and favoring that near post. Another big time save for the Lexington goalkeeper.
It's two big ones already to start this half. Floated in top of the area. Jack Gurr took it on the volley and had a chance there. Freddie Kleeman in the middle to put it towards goal. Boy, you're just waiting for that one if you're Jack Gurr, and he made a connection, just not on target.
Starting to get in a little bit of a rhythm here, this Sacramento Republic side. This is something off the training ground. Everyone makes that run towards the goal line, allowing Jack Gurr to get on the full volley, and a wonderful ball in from Roro Lopez.
You think he's trying to shoot that or cross
100%
that?
is the shot. Just pulls it a bit wide, just a bit too early when he makes contact with the ball.
Sacramento comes again with Vonner, put across the face of goal. Sacramento picking it up in this second half, but Lexington still standing strong defensively.
But it starts with the intensity and the positioning, Josh, for this Sacramento Republic side. Not forcing Lexington to be comfortable when trying to build out of the back. So with the subs and the messaging from Neil Collins, something really warranted a response from this Sacramento side.
Lopez delivers the in-swinger, punched away by Ketterer. Gurr settles, stands it up to the back post. Bouncing around the box again, Blessing to get it out. Here's Gurr, delivered out wide. Comes back in, Desmond, return ball to the end line. Lopez drives it across, blocked by Ketterer. Now it's Lexington just trying to get the ball up the field, get some time in possession, turned over again. Lopez comes in field, Parado scuffs it, Herrera tries to lay this off, and Ketterer comes to claim it. It's a foul here against Sacramento. Just couldn't get a shot away in the end.
Almost like this game has flipped the script. Now it is Sacramento Republic, all one-way traffic. Roro Lopez, tremendous impact. And as this ball's coming across, Herrera's just trying to play bully ball with Green. And Roro Lopez has every right to go for this ball. Good recovery again from Kendall Burks. That's the second time he's found himself in the right position, and every single coach for Sacramento Republic smells blood in the water, but still cannot believe they have not broken through to tie this game.
Neil Collins has to be very pleased with his team's response. Early going in this game, barely were reaching 30% possession. They have flipped the script in these opening 15 minutes. Ketterer sends it away. Burke just trying to carry that on. Didn't work out. Here's Benitez. Michel Benitez carrying forward. Vonner. Benitez cuts it back. Sacramento can take more time on the ball. Move it ahead, but broken up. Epps for Ferry. Now you can see the pressure from Sacramento paying off as Lexington forced to go long over the top. Is the change as simple as just Lopez and Portillo coming in?
And the effort and the energy, a lot higher for Sacramento Republic. You throw the experience of those two with the messaging from Neil Collins, Warrington, and wanting players to take responsibility, and the positioning as well, a lot higher in the way that their line of confrontation is trying to force the issue for Lexington.
Lopez 37, Portillo 33, two of the most experienced players in the USL Championship. Here's Parado. Ahead, Lopez lays it up. Parado, a heavy first touch. A chance to release a couple players for this one. Well behind its intended target. Xavier Zenge trying to get forward.
But it's a good opportunity now for Lexington just to let the game breathe and take the sting out of what has been all Sacramento Republic's game. Let the ball do the work, get some confidence, get in a rhythm yet again, and try to bait the team from California to step out of their shell.
Here's Epps. Trying to switch the point of attack, and here comes Lexington in the attack with Zenge. Plenty of black shirts forward. Laid off Rodriguez. Now Ferry for Marcus Epps. Epps coming in. Epps, top corner! Marcus Epps with a vintage finish. 2-0 Lexington.
Against a run of play, specifically in this second half, yet Marcus Epps and Lexington SC do not care. Notice how he just sets up. Jacker takes his first touch, so that makes Jacker step back. And that opens up that nice little window space, and it's just such a quick release for Marcus Epps, and you cannot place a ball better than that. Into that top corner, no chance for Vitiello. And to double the lead here for Lexington in this second half here at home.
Exactly what Lexington needed to turn the tide in this second half. Marcus Epps, his 5th goal of the season, and it comes at a massive point in this game. All the momentum the other way, with Terry Boss and Lexington inching ever closer to a playoff berth. Back to play. Remember, Lexington get in with a win tonight and a Colorado Springs loss against Las Vegas. Otherwise, it'll come down to the final week of the season. There's the chance all the playoff spots could be booked up this weekend. But with the parity in this Western Conference this season, I don't think I would say that all of them will be booked this weekend.
Just our Neil Collins again, really frustrated with how you concede this second goal as Jamison goes into the book. Maybe a bit of frustration starting to set in for the Republic. Bit awkward the way that Jamison overcommits with this challenge and just takes out Green through the back, deserving of a yellow card. Again, a good call and good decision from Thomas Schneider.
It's a Hicks and Fumpson yellow card to Lewis Jamison. Able to turn the corner. Epps playing with plenty of confidence now. Epps looking infield. Burke couldn't hold play up. Rodriguez and all the way back for Vitiello. Sacramento want to go quickly. Pirano for Jamison. Jamison with the cross, not tall enough. Here's Rodriguez, and all of a sudden, Lexington have come to life in this second half. Down the line, and it's cut back. Couple step overs by Firmino. The ball came through, not a lot of power on it. An easy take there by Vitiello. And a whistle here, another player down, basically in the same spot where Midense went down. It's Latif Blessing this time. Trainers will come out to check on Latif Blessing. Blessing just in his first handful of games here with Lexington, his 4th appearance for the club. Get the latest Lexington SC news right at your fingertips by downloading the official mobile app powered by FAM360. Get access to exclusive content, while shopping for season tickets and LSC gear, all in the Lexington SC fan app. Back to play, final quarter of this game. Sacramento, a big hill to climb now. A favorable matchup for New Mexico this weekend against an Oakland team that is out of the playoff picture. And it could just be this second place slipping away from Sacramento. They still will be able to clinch a home playoff berth, but if they're able to win and then they go up against New Mexico, that's when you got to go to the lab. That's not an easy place to play. Much rather be playing at Heart Health Park. Here's Gurr. Weaving forward. Gurr gets all the way to the end line. Jack Gurr cuts it back. Good defending from Lexington. Clearance, though, not convincing as Sacramento's able to keep it. Jamison floats it up and a header away. Blessing from his backside, able to move this into space. And here comes Lexington. Zenge will turn it back.
Been really impressive for this Lexington side, just their commitment to the defensive side of the ball. Good run from Jack Gurr, another good opportunity here.
Plenty of options in the middle. It's cut back, top of the area. Braudilio Rodriguez off the woodwork. Even with Blessing right in his airspace right there, still able to get that shot away.
Great work from Zenge to have the composure to cut this ball back, but just the way that Rodriguez steps into this. Pulls up his hips, but notice how he keeps his shoulders over the ball and just tattoos this thing. Almost breaks the back of the net with the amount of pace and power he generates from that strike. What a goal that would have been from Rodriguez.
Blessing weaving forward. Here's Rodriguez. Still Rodriguez couldn't connect with Blessing. There were about 5 white shirts right around Rodriguez. Comes through for Vidiello.
It's been such a good change for Terry Boss to slot Rodriguez essentially. He gives this Lexington attacking unit something different, the ability to power through and break lines with his pace and comfortability with the ball at his feet. We saw him earlier in the season start to play wide and always try to go 1v1. Didn't really have that end product, but as he's essentially now, the whole field is in front of him and he has every time 3 options. He could play right, he can go centrally, or he can shift it to the right-hand side.
Free kick taken quickly there by Sacramento. They don't want anything to do with a cross, but they'll get it right here, and it's well out of play. Sending Logan Kenner into his net. Lexington SC fans, your Gainbridge Super League team will be back at home on Friday, October 31st in our match against Sporting Club Jacksonville at 6 p.m. Come celebrate the Halloween festivities with our fan favorite 150 beer night. Be sure to purchase your tickets now at lexsporting.com/tickets. Couple of subs coming on. Speedy Williams and Gael Gibert will enter. Well, Marcus Epps, one of those players coming out of this game.
Fantastic ball in for Marcus Epps. Puts on a platter, and then he just sets up Jack Gurr so well. A little bit of a stutter step, drop of the shoulder, and notice a quick release. Touch out of his body. Nothing that any single player for Sacramento Republic can do. What a performance it is for Marcus Epps, a goal and an assist.
Lexington in control, a goal on either side of halftime. They had the momentum in the first half, and they were able to pay it off with a goal. They were really up against it in this second half, and still Marcus Epps giving this team what they needed to give them a little bit of breathing room here. The other player out of this game for Lexington is Latif Blessing. The The fresh legs of Gibert and Williams. Trying to move this ahead, and it's cleared away.
Lexington is going to go into a back three now with Hafferty, Burks, and Gibert. You have Green and Zenga as the two wingbacks. Speedy Williams who plays centrally next to Blaine Ferry. That will push up Nick Firmino in a higher position. So there's a lot of tactical flexibility for Terry Boss to try to close this game out.
Corey Bennett, Ryan Spalding coming into the game now for Sacramento. They need something to turn the tide again in this game. Corey Bennett, a prolific goal scorer with Las Vegas and Charlotte Independence in the past. Will be Michel Benitez is one of those players exiting as Spalding comes on his first season with Sacramento after 5 years with New England. Will also be Lewis Jamison exiting. He was on a yellow card.
Corey Bennett will play centrally that front three for Sacramento Republic, flanked by Perano and Herrera. And Spalding's going to give a little bit more of a presence in the attacking third for the Republic from his left back position. But again, just notice the amount of space centrally here for Lexington to exploit.
And exploit they will. Here's Rodriguez. Laying it off. Burke. Firmino looking for space and turns it out wide. Zenga now. Flicks it down the line. Deflected cross, punched away, right into the middle for Firmino, who lays it off. The shot is out of play. Speedy Williams had the opportunity to really put this one away.
Really good composure from Nick Firmino, a player that has the experience and the technical ability to take his first touch, and notice how he doesn't make a play. Just let Speedy Williams run, develop, and puts it on a platter for the experience. To make an international, you need to be hitting the target there. Clean strike from about 10 yards out.
Sacramento will come again. Portillo. Vonner didn't get it cleanly. Quick give and go. Here's Braudilio Rodriguez. Long spell of possession here for Lexington. They are trying to see this to the finish line now. Points for now could move Lexington all the way into 5th spot. It's remarkable that we have 2 weekends left, and from 5th spot down, teams still haven't booked a spot in the playoffs. Really from 4th spot, El Paso in there as well.
If you're neutral, it's what you want. Just the parity in USL Championship, specifically in this Western Conference, right around that playoff line, going down into decision day. Everything to play for a lot of these clubs.
Including Lexington, who are trying to book a spot in the playoffs for the first time ever. 2 years in USL League One without a playoff berth. And then this season, they're first in the championship. Sacramento trying to book a spot in 2nd place. They already know they'll be in the playoffs. Trying to finish as high as possible. Portillo. Perano slipped down. Roro Lopez. Gurr.
Great touch.
Gurr, once again. Pirano taken off the ball. Blaine Ferry, a strong challenge, but he turns it over. Here's Lopez. Gurr with the cross and the header away. Spalding racing to the end line, driving it towards goal. And over the bar and out of play. Ketter saying he did not get a touch on it.
How many times have we seen Blaine Ferry drop back and do his defensive duties? Good positioning in the end from Spalding as he tries to pull this ball back. No touch whatsoever. Good no call by Thomas Schneider.
Now 2 subs coming into the game. Michael Adidokun will enter along with Forster Ajago. It's the end of the day for Corey Burke and Brodilio Rodriguez. Fresh legs in the attack upcoming here for Lexington.
Another solid performance from Rodriguez. Talked about his profile in that central role. Like to make those runs out of midfield just so hard to track. Another good performance again from Corey Burke. Gets his goal, throwing his body around occupying center backs, allowing the players underneath him to find a little bit of freedom and space to operate in.
There's also Vonner coming out of this game for Sacramento. Never really got it going in those attacking areas. That is the last sub of the game for Sacramento Republic. Here's Spalding. It's Cody Baker who has come into this game. He's the loanee from the Seattle Sounders. Sacramento trying to get to the finish line here. So 2 more games for Sac Republic, both of them being at home and both of them against Eastern Conference opposition. Charleston on Wednesday and then home to Miami FC on the last day of the season. That game on Wednesday will not be an easy task for Neil Collins' side. Adidokun hits that one and straight out of play. Lexington Sporting Club is thrilled to offer Lil Kickers, a nationally acclaimed youth soccer program built for children ages 18 months to 9 years. Sessions are now live. Sign up at lexsporting.com/youth. Sacramento coming forward. Here's Spalding to lift this one out of play. If it does indeed come down to the last weekend of the season, Lexington will have to do it away from home if they want to book a spot in the playoffs. They are away to Oakland late night on Saturday, October 25th, a week from tomorrow. They will be big Las Vegas Lights fans trying to beat the Switchbacks. This is what it looks like right now. Only 3 teams have booked a spot in the playoffs in the Western Conference. Lexington, if they get favorable results, they could still finish in a home playoff spot. How crazy would that be?
Especially with looking at 2025, how good they've been at home. 6 wins, 3 losses, 5 draws for Terry Boston Company. A team that is starting to find their rhythm, especially when playing here in their home state.
Adidokun cuts it back. Here's Firmino. It's going to be Lexington's first win since September 20th if they can get it. Still a long way to go. It was a 1-0 win on that day at Detroit City. Never an easy place to go. Here's Lopez. Move forward, Pirano. Touched out wide, Gurr. He's cross blocked. Gurr will get another chance. Roro Lopez trying for the give and go. Lopez gets it back in a wide position now. Chips it off. The header's in. Sacramento pull one back. Christian Pirano. It's 2-1.
The movement off the ball here from Roro Lopez. As he plays this ball into Herrera, every single player in a Lexington jersey gets caught ball watching, gets drawn in. That allows Roro Lopez to make that secondary run. It's a flawless ball in. As Pirano plays in between Green and Sargent on a platter. Makes this game that much more interesting for the remaining 5+ here in Lexington.
Sacramento trying to pick themselves up off the mat and get back into this game. A big moment there. They've been pressing in this second half to try to find that breakthrough, and it is right there from Christian Pirano for his 6th goal of the season. Working it side to side, and finally the moment to break through. Bennett applying some pressure, trying to speed Lexington up. Sacramento do get the turnover. Here's Gurr. Baker, Pirano. Sacramento get a throw in. They've been gaining more ground and more territory in this second half of Sacramento. They have the 1 goal. Can they get all the way back into this game now?
It's a really good ball in.
Sacramento on the move again. Lopez gets it out wide for Spalding. Spalding coming forward. The cutback ball. Lopez with the cross. Here's Pirano again. Pirano blocked. He had some time there. There were so many black shirts, though, in between him and the goal.
Just the insertion of Roro Lopez as well allows Pirano to be a bit higher.
And a whistle here away from the ball. Maybe a free kick going back to Lexington. It's Joe Hafferty who's getting back to his feet.
Just notice the left side of your screen, there is a little bit of a push out from Herrera. It takes out Hafferty away from ball. It is a foul. And a good pick out by Thomas Schneider and his refereeing crew. No need, a little bit of frustration for Sebastian Herrera as he goes into the book.
Yellow card to Herrera, presented by Hicks and Fumpson. Still time left in this game for Sacramento. They'll get a free kick here, and another yellow card is out. This one goes to Kendall Burks for time wasting.
Had himself a good game, Kendall Burks. Two really good last-ditch defending efforts. Made life very difficult for Sebastian Herrera through the course of 90 minutes here.
Another Hicks and Fumpson yellow card. Here's Blaine Ferry. Ndidoka now. Could be the last home game of the season for this Lexington side. Their last of the regular season for certain. Maybe they could get a home playoff game though if results go their way. Here's Gurr. Gurr with the cross. The header steered away. 6 minutes of stoppage time. Here's Spalding. Spalding getting end line. Spalding taking off the ball. Baker. A lot of time here for Sacramento on the ball. Pirano, Lopez. Here's Gurr driving it into a dangerous area. Baker lifts it in. Header steered away. Lopez. Here's Baker. Keeping it moving for Gurr. Deflected cross. Still about 5 minutes to go in this game. Infield again. Pirano out wide. Pirano floats it up. And the header down.
That needs to go up and away for Nick Firmino. Cannot allow another action.
The ball did go out of play. It'll be a goal kick now. Long spell there for Sacramento. They just never really had anything going with it, though.
Just not enough decisive movement ahead of the ball from Herrera and Corey Bennett. When you're playing against a team that's sitting into a mid to low block, you need movement. You need selfless type of movement to pull out players out of position, allowing more time and space for your teammates. Just too predictable from Sacramento in that last action going forward.
Keller taking his time to put this back into play. Just about the midway point of the minimum of 6 minutes. Lexington, can they put this one away? They already led by 2 once in this game. Baker directing traffic. Gurr. Gurr's cross coming in. The header's down. It's in! no!
The amount of quality for Jack Kerr in that final third to continue to put a dangerous ball in. That touch right there separates him from Zenge, and now that this ball comes in, it's all about the want from Herrera. Plays off the blind side of Sargent and just wants it that much more. And notice how he does not need to generate enough power, just simply redirect it and shade it towards that far post. Ketterer can't come across quick enough. And the amount of emotion for every single player in the Sacramento Republic organization to draw this game 2-2 in stoppage time.
They were completely down and out in the first half, but Lexington still a chance. Adidokun end line. That ball did stay in play. There still might be time to go and find a winner in this game. Lexington led 2-0. Sacramento has now scored the next 2 goals in a space of less than 10 minutes. And now a free kick going to Sacramento.
The game has changed when Lexington shifted into a 5-back system. 3 center backs, 2 wing backs, because now you just invite so much pressure for Sacramento Republic, especially when you bring on Portillo and Roro Lopez, who are just so good with the ball at their feet, the ability to break through lines, allowing Jack Kerr and Spalding to step higher and be on that front line, creating overloads all over that attacking phase of play. Just so much quality, so much experience for Sac to grind that result.
Roro Lopez sends it forward. The initial header won, and it was just cut out by Zenge. Desmond puts it back in the middle. The header is in the corner, it's saved, it's in! Sacramento wins! But no! The flag is up for offside. It will not count. Corey Bennett had the chance. Lexington going quickly. What a moment there. Lexington go quick. There still is time for them. The cross lobbed it into the Lexington night. Gurr lets it bounce once. Still there for Lexington. Hafferty cuts it in. He's fouled. Free kick on the way. One last chance for Lexington.
What an opportunity this is for Lexington and Joe Hafferty. If you're Pirano, no need to engage in any contact here. Good recognition from the center back to see the oncoming pressure and just shift his body.
You probably would like to have Marcus Epps on the field. He scored from this same angle earlier in the game, the second goal for Lexington. Ndidokun and Ferry stand over it. Right up until the very last. It looked like Lexington was coasting away. Somebody's getting a red card. It appears an assistant coach for Sacramento has been given a red card. It is Martin Vasquez that is being sent off. And now the moment. Adidokun lines it up, puts it up back post. The header steered away. Still there for Blaine Ferry, who puts it back towards goal. It's saved. Adidokun out of play. Vitiello, what a moment. It is full time. What a battle until the very end. 2-2 it finishes in Lexington.
nearly an opportunity for Lexington to steal this game. As Blaine Ferry gets his ball on his preferred left foot, just the amount of traffic in front of Vidiello makes it look a lot easier than what it is. Every single outfield player in the attacking 18-yard box of Lexington. Tremendous athletic ability as Okun is offside. Great performance for Sacramento in this second half, but yet, going back the other way, Josh, Corey Bennett's onside, left side of your screen. He's about a yard in front of Sargent. Right on top of that 6-yard box. You see the disbelief for every single player for Sacramento Republic. He is about a yard onside, and this goal should stand.
There is no VAR in the USL Championship. Cannot go back and look at that. But when Neil Collins does, I'm not sure he's going to be all too pleased. But Sacramento battles back after being down 2-0. The points are shared tonight in Lexington. Full-time score, Lexington 2, Sacramento 2. We'll wrap things up after this.
Success isn't a game of chance. It's about making the right moves. Just like Lexington Sporting Club, Commonwealth Credit Union aims to win by helping you defend your goals and keeping your money on the attack. As the official credit union of Lexington Sporting Club, we're empowering success on the field and in your finances with smarter banking options and unbeatable service. Are you ready to take the lead? Then get the home field advantage for your finances, only with Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently.
We live with you, build with you, grow up with you, and dream with you. At Central Bank, we belong to the same communities you do. You're our neighbors, friends, and business partners. And through the relationships we build with you every day, we consistently serve you better. That's what highly personal banking is all about. We start with you.
Who is Lexington Sporting Club? We are the professional soccer team in the heart of the Bluegrass. From our Youth Academy to the Women's Super League to the Men's USL Championship team, we're building the future. From every corner of Lexington, we are united under one crest. This is your team. This is your community. Together, we are creating our story and leaving our mark. This isn't just any club. It's a club to call your own. Get your tickets today at lexsporting.com/tickets.
Boy, trying to catch our breath after that frantic finish. Sacramento thought they won it. Lexington had a chance right at the end as well, but in the end, the points are shared 2-2, the final score tonight in Lexington. The full-time highlights from this one tonight, Lexington and Sacramento. And it didn't take long, just the 5th minute for Lexington to get on the board.
They were the better side in the first 45 minutes, no question whatsoever. Marcus Epps was the player of the match for Lexington. The ability to go at Jack Gurr, and as he creates a little bit of separation, that allows Corey Burke just to peel off the shoulder between Benitez and Lee Desmond. It's a towering header. No chance for Vidiello, about 4 yards out. And a little bit of a birthday celebration to his mama, it looks like, for Lexington. And then Marcus Epps, left side of your screen again. Notice how he just slows his feet down and does not allow Jack Gurr to engage in any sort of engagement. And as he drops his shoulder, it's such a quick release. What a tremendous goal this is for Marcus Epps. A goal and assist, and Lexington 2-0 up at this point in time.
It looked like they were coasting to the finish line, but Sacramento in the second half, they woke up and finally they were able to break through late on.
The game changed from Neil Collins once he brought in Rolo Lopez and Justin Portillo, because now you had a structure and a foundation centrally. Rolo Lopez, box to box, tremendous ball in, and Perano wanted that much more, a bit more proactive than reactive, much like the whole back line of Lexington, and Jack Gurr doing exactly what Jack Gurr has done throughout his career. Tremendous ball in for Herrera, who just climbs the ladder and out jumps Sargent. And a little bit of life for Sacramento, and this is where the game completely changes. Left side of your screen, Corey Bennett, about a yard in front of Sargent. He is onside. Thomas Schneider and his refereeing crew call offside, which is the incorrect call. This goal should stand, but yet no VAR in championship. 2-2, and a moment at the death for Blaine Ferry and Lexington. What a tremendous save this is from Danny Vidiello. The amount of traffic in front of him, full extension to push it wide. We split the points here in Lexington.
So neither Sacramento nor Lexington can clinch anything that they wanted to this weekend. Sacramento already in the playoffs. These are the final stats. Ended up being a pretty even game overall.
In the second half, it's what we expected. Two teams that wanted to get on the ball, two teams that wanted to dictate tempo, that wanted to create opportunities. But the game changed when both managers went into their bench. Terry Boss elected to go 5 in the back, which invited pressure, played right into the hands of Sacramento Republic, getting on the ball, dictating tempo, and creating opportunities.
This is the only game in the championship tonight. Now, that point for Lexington is still very important, but Colorado Springs now can still jump them. Other teams can as well. They cannot clinch this weekend now. Will come down to the final weekend for Lexington, as it will for Sacramento in trying to clinch that second spot. Well, that will do it for our coverage tonight from Lexington. What a match all the way up until the very end. A 4-goal thriller for our entire crew. Broadcast partner Ricky Lopez-Espin. I'm Josh Eastern saying so long, Lexington 2, Sacramento 2. What a game to start off the penultimate weekend in the USL Championship. But for now, good night from Lexington.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.